It's now 4:30 in the morning. Such a wonderful weather. The sun hasn't risen yet. Fishermen are already preparing for fishing, some of them, and some are already standing and fishing. I can already see 4 boats in the distance in our waters. The water is clear. In the morning we have complete calm. Everything is beautiful. You can see every little detail. You can see here a bunch of fish. Look, splashing around. Small ones, probably omasa. We will need a boat, oars, a fishing rod, which I will talk about later, and a weight. As a weight, I use a regular sugar sack, into which sand is poured. This is the best weight for sea fishing because it doesn't get caught on the bottom, as there's a lot of clay there. We will need a 20-meter rope. We fill it with sand. About a kilogram. 6 to 8 kilograms tied to the rope. But then you can swim in calm weather. It's very easy to swim. In Moscow fishing, it's important to know the landmarks on the shore by which we find the burrows located on the bottom. The burrows are clay formations found among the sand, and gobies live in them. That's why I remember you by the houses that are located opposite the fishing spot. And it's preferable to find another kind of landmark at the level of your spot. And based on these 2 points, we find the fishing spot at the intersection. It will be approximately near those. Fishermen. Here we drop the anchor to the bottom. The depth is shallow here, about 4 meters. A simple tackle called a forgiven bottom rig. Here goes a weight of small mass, about 20 grams, maybe 15. 2 hooks on leaders of 10 centimeters each. Hooks are approximately size 8, according to Soviet terminology. Tied at a distance of about 30 centimeters from each other. Here, near the weight, a bead should have been placed. It is present on other ties to prevent the weight from hitting this knot. And in principle, a bead is also at the top, so that the weight also hits the upper bead and does not damage this knot. Here are 2 loops, simply loop to loop. Carts are thrown. We will definitely need a knife. Sharp. A board on which we will cut the bait. To start, a piece of regular smoked sausage. We will now slightly cut it. It is important for us now to make the first catch of a small bullhead. Cut into cubes, approximately 5 by approximately 5 millimeters, maybe up to 7. Of this size. It will be quite enough for catching a bullhead if it's hungry. The rest we'll set aside or wait for now. Let's see what happens. We bait the bait with the tough skin facing outwards, so that a bit of it peeks out from the hook. The bait. And you can start casting gently I make a large reserve of line so that I can cast it about 8-10 meters from the boat and cover as large an area of the bottom as possible. You can use a regular fishing rod with a reel. I will too. If the bite is really bad. These are the winders. We hide them under the edge of the boat so they don't fly away. And you can try casting further. It's important to determine the nature of the bottom by dragging a sinker along the bottom. You should feel large snags. Now the sun is rising beautifully. Red, that means coming soon. Biting. For now it's quiet. Now we can take a look at it, what color it is, and make bait out of it. You can see a light color ball got caught, which means here at the bottom there's sand in that area. Now we need to make bait out of it. For this we cut off the head here. Front, lower fin, we throw the head, bait, and we cut the meat into rings, approximately 5 or 6 millimeters long. That's it. Now we can bait. A full-fledged fish bait. We pierce the skin on one side and on the other side so that it fully embeds in its place. The goby won't pull it off so easily. Important to have a good bite. The fish isn't very big, but we will seek our luck. Here a seagull is already waiting with the fishermen's feeding. It's clear that everyone is eager to fish. It's already around 5:30 in the morning, and now the rest of the fishermen have arrived. Before this there were only 3 of us here, and many are now in a hurry. Good. And now we can put the net into the water. It's clear that the bait hasn't come off. That means it's sitting tight and we can cast further. I'm casting into the stretch. This way, we can catch more crayfish. A little wing. Let's see, there's little danger here. Oh, a wonderful companion. Not a big bullhead, of course, but it's biting. That will do nicely as well for frying. I'll set up a second tackle in order to fish more effectively. The nibble is quite quick. And a little one got caught. A beauty, light colored. So the bottom here is light. Or maybe the black one just doesn't want to bite. Although yesterday I only had black ones on the hook. a nibble. And this kind of guy got caught. Dark one. Just a little more nibble. Two at once. Got hooked. A black one and a light one. Probably two different types of bullhead. Quite decent sizes. That will do. Putting up a fight. And a good little March fish. Here it is. Got caught. So after all, the fish is not far. And we were looking for fish where all the fishermen are. If you know that, the big ones bite, especially the March ones. They bite on the drift. It put up a strong fight, and such a bullhead. Light, beautiful. Yesterday I conducted a reconnaissance by diving here and confirmed that there are bullheads, so I chose the right spot. The bullhead is dark, which means on the left side there's clay. I'm casting in different directions with a known tackle, thereby increasing the area of coverage. Whoa! There was a good bite. Whoa! Such a nimble little bullhead got caught with roe. For us, a beauty. Beautifully interrupted by green eyes. Almost not knocking off the bait, the fish. The fishermen are slowly kicking around. The sunbathing season is already starting. And the fish, in principle, do not stop biting. We'll fish until lunch in the distant stands. A group of fishermen lined up in a row. I was there, in principle. I didn't notice any good bites there. And judging by the movement of the fishermen, they don't seem to have much excitement either. Fallen. So there is also something on the right. The places are clay, and the spot is chosen correctly. We cast further. We'll wait. It's clear that it has become useless, only the skin is left, so it's necessary to urgently remove the bait because it won't bring any good. The fresher the bait, the better the bite will be. There was a nibble, and a bullhead was caught. Interestingly, on the outer part of the cheek. So hungry that it's even ready. Approach, try the tackle. The tackle didn't fit in the mouth. It's clear that the bullhead here is not large, so you need to strike intensively. Therefore, this is very active fishing. You need to constantly pull out the tackle and strike in case of a pull. Such a decent fishing, look at how it looks. Let's take a closer look at what might be caught in this area. Interestingly, a slightly larger bullhead fish has been captured in our net. This is quite an exciting find, as it shows the diversity of aquatic life present here. There are also worthy specimens here. It's clear that it's with roe, since it's plump or with milt. A beauty. By boat, and also 10-15 meters away from it. In the distance, a little rope. A bunch. Got caught. Came from afar. If the fish stop biting, it makes sense to change the spot. For this, you need to either lower the rope, reserve. We have 5 to 10 meters, you can let it go, or move to the side if we know for sure there's a nice strip here. I will most likely surpass now. And the bite resumed. So there are still gobies in this area. And they are not scared. Bite after bite on 2 rigs. The goby here is darker, meaning there are more clay pits and stripes. Strike! Another dead fish suddenly fell. The dead fish is not a very rare catch here. The beauty grabs apparently by the upper lip, meaning it's attacking. Coming from the side. That was a good bite. Oh, another dead fish. A bit smaller this time, got caught. Not bad either. Another active bite. Another dead fish. Caught in the dead fish spot. I want to cover an even larger area. Did I take these targets with me on my back? Next, the main tackle is put on the swivel. And we make long casts with precision. There was a bite. It's going well. Like a serious fish. Oh. The chin got unexpectedly hooked. Suddenly. So the rod is working too. Spinning rod. We make short retrieves to feel the strike of the bullhead. The downside of this method is that the sensitivity of the tackle is less than when using your finger, but it allows you to cover more area. Something got caught.
Oh, there's a little bullhead. It's small, but it's nice. This fish is interested in the bait. Cool, good. Yes, the bullhead is biting, but now it's biting seriously. All sizes, big and small, might still twitch. And this one got hooked on the side. It means it didn't want to bite. Oops. How it bit.
Oops, such a little black guy.
With red eyes. Touching with a golden fin. Range of services. Flew beautifully over the fisherman. Just like in the Black Sea, there are plenty here, beautiful and blue. A purple edge. And they swim very beautifully. I'll carefully reach the beach and people will shout. There were more beachgoers on the beach and the bite was slipping away. What a pity. Here we have a guest. Probably doesn't want fish. Didn't sink. Love sausage. Smoked. And while we're feeding the fish, something bit. Let's see what's here. seagull brings happiness, it seems.
Yeah.
Oh, another little fish. Came to visit us. This is the kind of fish we have in our area, but by lunchtime the bite got much worse, and we can wrap up the fishing. In principle, the weather today is good, amazing. Let's see what we caught. Oh, such a really good catch. In this form, the base will be light.
Kilogram.
Available. With a little desire, at the sea, you can not only relax, but also fish and catch some fish. Gobies for our family.